Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Everyday English, the podcast where we help you improve your English skills in a fun and practical way. I'm your host, Emma.
And I'm Jake. Thanks for joining us today. We're super excited to talk about a topic that everyone can relate to: daily routines. Whether you're an English learner or just looking for tips to talk about your day, this episode is for you.
That's right. Daily routines are a great way to practice speaking English because they involve actions and activities that you do every day. Plus, it's vocabulary you'll use all the time.
Exactly. By the end of this episode, you'll be able to describe your daily routine confidently. And we'll throw in some useful phrases, new vocabulary, and a bit of grammar to keep things interesting.
Let's jump right in. So, Jake, why don't we start by sharing our own daily routines as examples?
Sure thing. I'll go first. My day usually starts at 6:30 in the morning. I wake up, brush my teeth, and then do a quick workout. After that, I make coffee and eat breakfast. My breakfast is usually something simple like toast with peanut butter or oatmeal. Then I take a shower and get ready for work. How about you, Emma?
Sounds like a productive start to the day. My morning looks a little different, but I wake up at 7, and the first thing I do is check my phone, usually to look at the news or scroll through social media. After that, I get out of bed, brush my teeth, and wash my face. I don't eat breakfast right away. Instead, I go for a walk, and when I get back, I'll have a smoothie or some fruit.
That's great. Now, let's break this down for our listeners. We'll talk about some common verbs and phrases related to morning routines. Emma, what's one verb you think everyone should know?
I'd say to wake up. This means the moment you stop sleeping. For example, I wake up at 7 every day. So,
That's a good one. And after you wake up, most people get out of bed. This means you physically leave your bed. For example, I get out of bed right after I wake up.
another common verb is to brush your teeth. You'll hear this all the time because everyone does it at least twice a day. For instance, I brush my teeth after breakfast.
Exactly. And for those of you who might be new to these phrases, practice saying them aloud. Wake up, get out of bed, brush my teeth. Try to use them in sentences about your own routine.
Great advice, Jake. Now let's move on to what happens after the morning routine. Jake, what do you usually do during the afternoon?
In the afternoon, I'm usually working. I have meetings, respond to emails, and work on projects. Around lunchtime, I'll take a break to eat. My lunch is usually something like a sandwich, salad, or leftovers from dinner. How about you?
My afternoons are similar. I'm also working, but I try to take small breaks to stretch or grab a coffee. For lunch, I like to make something fresh, like a salad or a quick stir fry. By the way, lunch is another key word for daily routines. It's the meal you eat in the middle of the day.
Good point. And here's a fun tip. If you want to make your English sound more natural, you can use phrases like grab lunch or grab a coffee. For example, let's grab lunch together.
Love that tip. Now let's talk about the evening routine. Jake, what's your typical evening like?
In the evening, I like to relax. After work, I cook dinner. I enjoy trying new recipes, so I might make pasta, curry, or even homemade pizza. After dinner, I watch a TV show or read a book. Before bed, I make sure to prepare for the next day by setting out my clothes or writing a to-do list. Um, what about you, Emma?
My evenings are pretty similar. After work, I cook dinner too. I usually keep it simple, like grilled chicken with vegetables or a soup. Um, After that, I like to watch something on Netflix or listen to a podcast. Before bed, I do a little skincare routine and then read for a bit. I try to go to bed by 10:30.
That sounds nice. Let's highlight some evening vocabulary for our listeners. One important phrase is to cook dinner. You can also say to make dinner. For example, I cook dinner at 7 p.m.
Another useful word is to relax. This means to take it easy and do something that helps you feel calm. For instance, I relax by watching TV.
Don't forget to go to bed, which means to lie down and prepare to sleep. For example, I go to bed at 10:30.
Great. Now let's put this all together. Hmm. Jake, how about we do a little role play? I'll ask you about your day and you can practice using all these phrases we've talked about.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
So, Jake, what time do you wake up?
I wake up at 6:30 in the morning.
And what's the first thing you do after you get out of bed?
The first thing I do is brush my teeth and do a quick workout.
Nice. What do you usually have for breakfast?
I usually have toast with peanut butter or oatmeal.
And how about your evening? What do you like to do to relax?
In the evening, I like to cook dinner and then watch a TV show or read a book.
Perfect. Listeners, now it's your turn. Practice talking about your own daily routine. You can follow the same structure we just used.
And if you're feeling adventurous, try recording yourself. Listening to your own voice can really help you improve.
That's such a great tip. Before we wrap up, let's review some key phrases from today's episode.
Good idea. Here's a quick recap.
Wake up,
Get out of bed,
brush your teeth,
cook dinner,
relax.
go to bed.
Don't forget phrases like grab lunch or grab a coffee to make your English sound more natural.
And remember, practice makes perfect. Try talking about your daily routine with a friend or even just to yourself.
That's all for today's episode. Thanks so much for listening to Everyday English. We'll be back next week with another fun and helpful topic.
Until then, keep practicing and have a great day. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye, everyone.